This video is probably going to be posted in 2019, but you know what, it's being filmed in 2018. I said I wasn't going to make any videos over the break, but it's almost the end of break, and I need to post something when the break ends. So I'll start my videos now. So hi guys. I think the best way to start off 2019 is a video about why Supernatural shouldn't have ended after Season 5. Obviously, Supernatural didn't end after Season 5, but in case you didn't know this little fact about Supernatural, the original creator of the show, Eric Kripke, God bless him, only had a 5-season story of Supernatural to tell. And the last episode of the show was originally intended to be Swan Song, but the show got picked up for Season 6 towards the end of Season 5. Something I hear a lot about Supernatural is that the show should have ended at Season 5. If you happen to believe this video is to tell you why they made the best choice by continuing to make the show. Now, obviously, I'm not going to try and be biased, but I love Supernatural. Y'all know I love Supernatural. Literally, like, hello, like. If you didn't know, the original ending of Supernatural in Season 5 was to complete the story of Sam and Dean Winchester by having Sam sacrifice himself to stop Lucifer and Michael, while Dean goes and lives a somewhat normal life without his brother with Ben and Lisa. A lot of people seem to be okay with this ending, and even stop watching the show after this happens. If the show was to end at Swan Song, the show would end off with us not really knowing what happened to Sam and Dean. Essentially, what we would have been left with would be to, assume that Sam gets stuck in hell for the rest of eternity with Michael and Lucifer, and we're just supposed to assume that Dean is okay with this, which we know that he wasn't. Of course, if the show did have to end at Season 5, this would have been a pretty good ending, not even gonna lie. It would still have its issues, except for the obvious cues they had to lead into Season 6 with, Sam standing by the light post. If the show was gonna end there, we're supposed to be okay with Sam being locked in hell for all of eternity and not expect his brother to try and bring him back, because, it's weird. The show has made it very clear to us many times that the Winchesters are a duo that cannot survive without each other. Before I continue with my little ramble, I want to thank Anya for helping me put this into words, because we had a very long conversation about why Supernatural should not have ended at Season 5, which I agree with very much, and she helped me put this together, so I love you, bitch. The implication that Sam is going to be locked away with 2 pissed off archangels and presumably tortured for the rest of time is not really an ending that would make viewers content. Supernatural needs a sad ending, with the right underlying tones. Swan Song was essentially saying that because Sam broke the last seal, letting Lucifer out of the cage, he was making the ultimate sacrifice, which is understandable, but his fate shouldn't be literally worse than hell, because, the cage is worse than regular hell, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But the episode could have served as an ending, but one way that this could have been a fair ending, and I'm using the word fair very lightly here, is that Dean was to stab Sam and kill him while he was possessed by Lucifer with an archangel blade, which we know now would not have worked because archangel blades don't work if you are a human stabbing an archangel. Only archangels can use archangel blades. Let's just say that this doesn't count because that's Season 13 lore and not Season 5 lore. They never really go into archangel blades until Season 13, so But let's just say that, Sam dies while in Lucifer's vessel. He gets sent to heaven, and Michael would probably stand down or, start his own apocalypse. The show would end in a similar place. It would be Dean going back to Ben and Lisa, knowing that he had to kill his brother to save humanity. And it's a harsh ending for Dean, but there would at least be this hope in him of being able to move forward, because Sam would be going to heaven and Dean would be going to heaven too when he dies. But that didn't happen. I don't think Dean would ever kill Sam, and obviously we can tell that in Swan Song, Dean doesn't even fight back when Lucifer is beating the actual living shit out of him.
Take our time. Sam, it's okay. It's okay, I'm here. I'm here.
So, yeah, and what I say about fair is Dean broke the first seal. which we know this, right? He did it by accident, but Sam broke the last seal. They were both unaware of what they were doing at the time, but their punishments are so unbalanced, which is why I wouldn't be content with Swan Song being an ending, and that's why I would assume that other people wouldn't be okay with Swan Song being the ending. Another thing I'd like to mention besides the actual episode Swan Song are the seasons after season 5. Of course, everyone, like, except for me, hated season 6 and 7, and I understand why a lot of people dislike these 2 seasons. It's hard to come back from such a powerful finale like that, when the first 5 seasons were leading up to that ending. But I give the writers prop for figuring something out, you know? I mean, how else would Sam be able to come back? And how would they be able to show how fucked up he was after his time in hell? Even though a lot of people would say to just leave Sam as is jumping in the pit, the show got picked up for another season. You can't leave him in the pit. The Soulless Sam plot after season 5, in my mind, was a pretty good save for, you know, after that. It did have its good and bad moments. It was not a bad arc, actually, in my mind. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people also hate the Leviathan plot. Now, I was not a huge fan of the Leviathan arc, but I was a big fan of Sam's arc in this season with hallucinating Lucifer after the wall on his head broke. I feel like a lot of people tend to forget how much time Sam actually spent in the cage. So I was thinking, why not break it down? If you were to count the cage's years as regular hell time, the time that Sam's soul spent in hell would be either 120 or 100, it would be 180 years. We know that regular hell time, 1 month is equal to 10 years, as Dean explains in season 4 when he gets out of hell. In season 6, episode 13, though, Sam, who now has his soul back but has the wall in his mind, ends up seizing on the floor and reliving hell. In the episode after that, because the episode ends with him seizing on the floor, I'll throw clips up, don't worry, Sam asks Dean how long he was out. Dean says he was out for about 2 to 3 minutes. Sam says that it felt like he was out for about a week, give or take.
Sammy! Sammy, talk to me!
So how long was I out again?
I'm telling you, like 2 or 3 minutes. Wow, what did it feel like to you?
About a week, give or take.
This is after Sam gets his soul back, so he's reliving hell. If you use these numbers instead to calculate how much time Sam actually spent in the cage, I did the math. Just the math to figure out 1 year in cage time using those numbers. Let's do this. So I rounded Dean's 2 to 3 minute statement to 2.5 just because that's the middle part. 1 week has 10,080 minutes, so 2.5 minutes equals to that in cage time. If we divide that, 1 minute on Earth equals to 4,032 minutes in the cage. Divided by 60, you get the hours. 1 minute in hell equals to 67.2 hours. And divide that by 24, we get 2.8 days. So 1 minute on Earth is equivalent to 2.8 days in the cage. So we can take how many minutes are in a year and times that by how many minutes 2.8 days is, and that should equal up to how long Sam's soul was stuck in the cage for that 1 year, not including the whole 18 months, just the year. There are 525,949.2 minutes in 1 year. So we're going to times that by 4,032 because that's how many minutes y'all know. So 5,200 and god damn, so many numbers. Taking how many minutes are in a year and timesing that by 1 minute for every hell time, sure, whatever, you get 525,949.2 times 4,032 equals, I apologize for this is really long, but I'll put the number on screen, 2,120,627,174.4 minutes. And that equals up to 4,034.679 years, which I'm going to round to 4,035. So, during the time that Sam was soulless for 1 year, just 1 year, not counting the whole 18 months, his soul was tortured in hell for 4,035 years. I would say that's not a fair punishment for accidentally letting Lucifer out of the cage. Besides that, though, I know a lot of people still think that Supernatural should have ended at season 5, and while I understand where y'all are coming from, I think we should take a moment and realize how amazing it is that us in the Supernatural family have 14 seasons of our favorite show. That is a lot of hours of content, and yes, the show has its ups and downs, I won't lie about that. But it's been one of the top shows on the CW for a long-ass time, and the chance of it getting canceled is pretty damn low. I'm pretty sure that Supernatural is the 3rd top show on the CW this year, and last year, I'm pretty sure it was the 2nd. You can Google that for yourself. I'm not sure, though, but I'm pretty sure. Regardless, the main reason why I'm glad that Supernatural didn't end after 5 seasons is because they still had stories to tell. Sam almost closed the gates of hell, Dean had the mark of Cain, they discovered the metal letters, and they went more into the hierarchies of heaven and hell, and they literally met God, and yeah, it's a lot. I'd like to think of the first 5 seasons of Supernatural as more of character development and seeing how Sam and Dean grow close to each other during this fight against their destiny. After season 5 up to about season 9, it's more how world-ending scenarios affect the brothers and what they're going to do. And then after that, past season 10, it's more how world-ending things affect the whole world around Sam and Dean, but also affect Sam and Dean as well. You know, such things as letting the darkness out, God's sister, choosing to work with the British men in the letters or not, Lucifer's son being born, etc., etc. I'm glad Supernatural did not end after season 5 because I wouldn't have my favorite season, which is season 8. Yes, the first 5 seasons of Supernatural are very important to the show, but people don't always remember, like, season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 are all very important because you can't just ignore that they're happening. Like, it still has stuff to do with the plot, and I enjoy all of Supernatural. I only hate one episode of Supernatural, and that's season 7, Time for a Wedding. You can probably guess why I hate that episode. Anyways, before I get on my tangent, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I know it's a common thing for people's favorite season to be season 5, and then they kind of dial it down after that, which is understandable. I did enjoy season 5 a lot, but I'm very glad that they didn't end the show then, because I wouldn't have my favorite season, which is season 8, and, you know, many people wouldn't have their favorite seasons. I know people whose favorite seasons are season 13, season 14 even, season 12, season 11. I don't even like season 11. I mean, I love season 11, but, like, it's like my worst ranked. I love all the seasons. Do you understand how hard this is for me? I'm gonna stop myself. Thank you for watching. That's what I have to say about Supernatural ending at season 5. If you have any suggestions for other videos, let me know down in the comments below, and your comment might be turned into a video. Who knows? So thank you for watching, and don't get possessed by any demons. Bye.